Get some light. What up, what up, what up, people? What up, what up, what up? What up, Muslim? What's poppin', bro? Good to see you, good to see you. Just letting the people pile in. Letting people connect, letting people connect. What up, Shan? What up? I'm co-living, so I'm going live on both TikTok and IG. So it's gonna take me a second to kind of engineer the setup. There we go. Let me put him as close as I can. Is my mic good on YT, guys? I got to speak in code. Best Ginger, for everybody connecting right now, I'm on YT and TikTok. Best Ginger fragrance for summer that has beast mode performance. You have a couple of options. Let's go cheap to expensive. So you've got the new Arabia Prestige Aristo. I got to show it on both cameras. Good 6 hour plus performance. Great ginger fragrance. Going after Goldfield and Banks Ingenious Ginger. Somewhat between there and a Tigar DNA, but mostly about ginger. This is like a fizzy ginger candy. 6 hours plus. Great performance. You can get this for about 30, 40 bucks on the low, 40, 60 bucks on the high. Solid, pure ginger soda, ginger ale-ish type of fragrance. Going up from there, you have obviously, where the heck is that fragrance? You have Tigar, right? You have Tigar, ginger, grapefruit, spritz, musk, call it a day. You also have Suspiro Vibrato in the 150 range. You have Kajal 3 at the 115 range. Those are all going to be heavy in ginger, grapefruit, and kind of a fizziness. If you want a pure ginger soda type of scent, though, I would go with Ingenious Ginger, Goldfield and Banks. You're going to get 2-3 hours of performance, then go to Skin Scent, Aristo from Arabia Prestige, 30, 40 bucks. That'll go 6 hours plus. We're on both platforms, by the way. Tony, thank you. Appreciate you. For my guys on TikTok, I'm not inviting anybody up tonight because we're doing my YT Q&A. So I'm definitely answering all questions. Any questions about fragrance? Thanks, Shan, for the mic check. Any other questions? Let them fly. I'm looking at both chats. Mason Alhambra Opulence Leather. It is a single example of clone better than the original. Okay. You know, ombre leather is so cheap these days. You can get it for $100 in 100 mil. So I would rarely go down to the clone. But back in the days, I would have told you rare carbon was the best. But I genuinely think at this point, at a clone and inspiration level, ombre leather is mastered. If you need the clone to perform as close to Oda ombre leather as possible, you can combo off non-rare carbon with YSL original loam EDT, and you dead on get ombre leather. But in my opinion, every clone up until this point of ombre leather is about 90% and not better. Some match the scent, but the longevity and the transition is where they fall off. If you think a clone beats rare carbon or that combo, feel free to send it. I've got my private PO box in the comment section below. I evaluate everything. And by the way, for people on TikTok, we're doing open floor Q&A. So ask any questions. Clone, dupe, inspo, designer, independent, artisanal, niche, anything you got, I can cover it. If you just want to pop in and say what up. I'm mic'd up for YT, not for TikTok, so y'all just have to handle the natural audio, but hopefully everything's good. I'm in a decent acoustic space. What other questions we got? Vibrato is incredible. Yes, it is. Moscow Mule, it's nice. Vibrato is a compliment getter. Yes, it is. What up, fitness? What up, all my YT people? I know y'all been missing me, man. Vibrato over Goldfield and Banks ginger offering, 100%. When you're choosing between Vibrato and Goldfield and Banks, you're not choosing Vibrato because of scent profile. They're both good. You're choosing Vibrato for performance. Ingenious Ginger is a great smell, very natural, not very synthetic. It is candied a bit, but still a natural, well-blended scent. Where you'll suffer for in Ingenious is if you don't layer with it, the projection and longevity becomes skin scent extremely quick. Whereas with Vibrato can go the distance. Do you recommend Blue Talisman Eau de Parfum? I guess you're asking, do I recommend the OG or the Extrait? The Extrait adds vanilla in the base and one other component in the heart. It's a little bit sweeter and it lasts about 2 to 3 hours more. I prefer the OG, but most people prefer the Extrait for the performance and the slightly more bodied scent profile in the projection. They're both amazing. They both smell within the same family of each other to where I wouldn't tell you the Extrait is a different scent profile. It's just got a little vanillic boost, little ambroxan boost, and feels heavier in the projection. But the thing about Blue Talisman is it has a lingering sillage. So it'll last all day. It'll just be quiet though. So if you're doing more of a Netflix intimate, you're close up with your girl type of setting, I prefer the OG. If you're going outside and you're competing with the environment and other people and other fragrances, I would rock the Extrait. But these days you can pivot and not go all the way into the Extrait by going with things like Black Sapphire from GOS. Hey, I'm not seeing very many people put questions on the TikTok. Are these people selling EDP colognes on bids that start at $1 selling fake cologne that won't last? Are these people selling EDP colognes on bids? That's not even a question, Caden. I need you to reformulate it over on TikTok. Reformulate that question and I'll answer it. I don't random follow. Sorry, JD. What are you drinking? I am drinking a pressed juice, which is cucumber, celery, green apples, ginger, cayenne pepper, and 1 lemon. It's a pressed juice. Hey, I got mods all around, man. Don't get sniped. Don't get sniped. Hey, listen, I can go hands free tonight. My mods will snipe everybody. If you want 10 seconds of fame, I'll give it to you. Trust me. What up, what up, what up? What up, what up, what up? Good to see everybody. Best Sedley clone. The original PDM Sedley just doesn't have the performance. Honestly, there's better Sedley clones, but I'm a cost-efficient type of thinker when it comes to Sedley because it's pretty easy to nail, so I'm going Mahir Legacy Silver. There's people who sell EDP colognes on their lives on TikTok. I'm wondering if they're super fake. Many, but not all of them. There's a ton of great authentic sellers, and just like eBay or any other place that you shop, you need to verify sellers by their rating, their amount of transactions, and their testimonials, which the auctions have plenty of those. So look at those first, and that'll tell the story of what kind of auction you're getting a part of. Bo Dominican has me thinking and seeking out Polo Deep Blue. Is it worth adding to the collection, or does it smell like an average blue fragrance? It's a very good average blue fragrance. Like if you like Salvatore Ferragamo's, where is that fragrance? Ignore the cap. I put a different cap on it. But if you enjoy this fragrance as a staple blue in your collection, this is Salvatore Ferragamo Aqua Essentia Blue, which is an amazing blue take. It's kind of blue de Chanel with some powder and a little bit of swag. Polo Deep Blue represents that level of quality. So I think out of all of the, Dylan Blues, Blue de Chanel's, Eroses, and all that stuff, it competes with all of that, and it's pretty signature. I actually think the only polo I would buy today is Polo Deep Blue, in the Parfum, but I do have Polo, the Ralph's Club, the black, but that was just because I got it for like 12 bucks. So yeah, I do think it's worthy of adding to the collection because you'll always use it. Hey, Newber, what's up? By the way, guys, we're live on TT and YT, so I'm just pivoting back and forth between the chats. So if it takes me a second to catch up, let me know, because on YT, it gets popping over here. So I get most of my questions come in from here. Sidrat is a horrible scent. Hamas, you're a minority in that opinion. If you Fragrantica Cedrat Boise over a 4.5 or over a 4.2 rating out of 5 with like 20,000 votes. So that's a minority opinion. You're entitled to it, but most people that encounter Cedrat Boise absolutely love it. I'm okay. I'm okay without it. I don't really like it that much either, but that's a minority view. Hey guys, the snipers are on deck. Trust me. I don't even have to work tonight. You're gone. By the way, keep putting your questions in here. This is an open floor Q&A. We're just gonna be live for like an hour. Let me scroll up on TT. Is it sunny where you're at right now, Mom? Hey, it's all good, Caden. Keep asking questions, man. I'm looking through here. Which one do you say you like? Wavy? What up, Kaz? Yeah, Salvatore Ferragamo. If you're ever looking for affordable leathers, they specialize in Italian luxury. They've been around for 60 plus years. So when you're buying a Ferragamo fragrance, you're buying a fragrance that is a very high quality, affordable leather modern scent. Wearable leathers that don't make you feel like an old man or like you have to conduct business. Most Salvador Ferragamo fragrances make leather approachable and swag them out. So it doesn't matter if you have red leather, original, bright leather, spicy leather, they're all absolutely phenomenal scents and they'll feel very niche and they'll have at least 6+ hours of performance. And that's just the leather line. I mean, Salvador Ferragamo now has over 20 fragrances. The originator of the line passed away, I want to say in the 70s, and his family inherited the name, and they've really done a good job since at making great fragrances that punch well above the designer level. And you can get almost every Ferragamo fragrance for under 30 bucks. Okay, send me pictures. I want to see it. What up, Karoma? Good to see you, brother. Do you rock Terre de Hermes EDT? I have the EDP Intense, which is a licorice bomb. The original Terre de Hermes Eau de Toilette is the best in my opinion, but I don't think you can buy a bad Hermes in terms of Terre de Hermes. Eau de Parfum, Parfum, Intense, Eau Givray, anything in that line is phenomenal. I prefer the EDT because I want the brightest, punchiest one. And in Arizona, it cuts through the heat very well. Very affordable. No licorice as well. What am I wearing right now? I am wearing Acqua di Parma Bergamoto. Actually, I have it. Today was a nice light bergamot wear. Backed out with this. That European coastal, light, airy punches. I did layer it, but I layered it with an Eros oil just to give it a little bit more body so I didn't have to worry about reapplying. So we put an Eros oil on the pulse points and then lathered about 25 sprays of the Acqua di Parma. What up, Maurice? Good to see you, brother. I smell Terre de Hermes EDT smells better in the air. Vetiver almost comes as rose and incense in the heat. Yeah, I love original Terre de Hermes. Hey, Meredith, good to see you. Wavy, what up? Thank you, Mom, for sending all that good stuff in the digital, as well as anybody else on the TikTok throwing digital love. Glad you're pushing out more influencer fragrance reviews. It's nice to hear from someone that's not sponsored to say stuff. Yeah, in the coming weeks, you guys will see a lot of collaborations. Tomorrow morning, I drop another collaboration. The podcast will soon be available on over 300 platforms, including Spotify, Apple, all that stuff. So just stay tuned. You'll eventually be able to tune in via audio in the car or when you're working out. But right now, we're doing the vodcast. So if you click the podcast section on the YT, you can tap into all the collaborator videos. But my goal this year is to showcase the community of people that I rock with. Gucci Guilty Elixir smells like hypnotic poison EDT. I could never imagine that Gucci Guilty Elixir is one of the best fragrances dropped in 2025. I think Gucci Guilty Elixir breathed hope into the Gucci line for 2026 because their scents were starting to go down a certain direction where I was getting bored. Gucci Guilty Elixir is amazing. Gucci Guilty Absolute is amazing. Now, granted, does it smell like Musk Therapy from Initio and Summer Mink from Drake and every Billie Eilish fragrance and Ariana Grande Cloud fragrance you ever smelled? Absolutely. But was it well made? And is there a reason why people chase that DNA? Because it's super versatile, working with white florals and musk? Yes. By the way, guys, those of y'all who are new on the TT side, ask questions. I'm answering rapid fire Q&A. And you're going to knock that goal into the stratosphere, brother. Thank you, Harmony. Hey, Harmony, I'll do my best to remember to DM you because my inbox is absolutely crazy right now, but I'd love to at least get a conversation started about evaluating your line. I really mean that. I think you are very interesting as a person, and your creativity and your sense is something that I want to showcase and do a really cool creative approach to presenting your story to people. So keep in touch with me if you can. If not, I'll try to remember my best to reach out. What's your favorite fragrance from day 3? There's a lot, man. Easily Desert Rain, Trace Oros, in no particular order. Desert Rain, Trace Oros, and probably Eden is getting up there. Everything is good though. Delmar is good. Bonnie is good. Tacita de Cafe, solid. One thing I will say is day 3 has a crazy lineup this year. It will be the most activity you guys have seen all year from that brand. And you will know why in about a month. You guys will see a barrage of content come out from my channel. And Frost comes out, the first marketed fragrance booster applicator that's marketed as a standalone fragrance. So I'm looking forward to that as well. I'll get the inside scoop on that. I'll interview Mike real soon on that. I think it drops in 2 weeks. Pre-orders are already live for that fragrance. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised to know that almost every day 3 fragrance has hit the market recently at the $177 to $155 price point, depending on whether or not you have a code. Frost debuts at the $120 price point as of right now. So crazy good price for that fragrance. And I'll be looking forward to comboing it, wearing it by itself, and letting you guys know my initial thoughts on it. I have smelled Frost. I have worn Frost several times, but I'm kind of just waiting to wear it more before I tell you guys, what I think about it. I definitely need to find a charger because my TikTok camera is probably got like 15 minutes left on it. Aylin doesn't get the love it deserves. Aylin is a great fragrance, but again, at the end of the day, it is an amber vanilla. Ambar Dominicano, I forgot as well. Amazing fragrance. Aylin doesn't get the love it deserves because it is a vanilla fragrance in a world full of vanilla fragrances. It's an amazing fragrance to wear. You appreciate it more over time, but it is in competition with a lot of legendary vanilla scents. Absolute Aphrodisiac from Initio, Grand Soir from Maison Francis Kurkdjian, Memoirs of a Trespasser from Imaginary Authors, Gentle Fluidity Gold from MFK. There's just, and then, 80% of women's perfumery has a vanillic base. So it's not a fragrance that showcases much different stuff in the space. It's just a really solid vanilla scent. So if you're looking for the moon and the stars, you won't really find it with Aylin, but it's a very reliable, solid signature vanilla scent, worth the money, worth every penny. By the way, thank you for the digital love on TikTok. I really appreciate it, especially since I don't go live much yet, since we're just now expanding over to TikTok. So thank you for that. I'm looking forward to the journey as well, Harmony. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you guys. I would name names, but I'm on 2 cell phones at the same time. But thank you to everybody who's sending the digital love. And if you have any questions about fragrances at any level, please let me know. I'm running through the questions as fast as I can. I remember Poison from my childhood. My mother used to wear it, but never reminded me of Poison. Yeah, my mom used to wear a lot of, she wore a lot of stuff that I'm not aware of because I wasn't really a frag head back then, but I do remember things like J'adore being worn a lot. The little Aladdin bottle. So that was one from my childhood. And I think there was a not Tresor, I forget the brand, but a lot of J'adore. Her current Hypnotic Poison batch is creamy green vanillic. I haven't smelled the Hypnotic recently. I feel like all of the yeah, I mean, if your mom wore a scent, I don't know how you could forget it, right? Unless you didn't have a close relationship with your mom. Turquoise. Oh yeah, turquoise. Though I think when we tried it recently, it wasn't smelling how it was before. Yeah, J'adore still sells like hotcakes right now. I'm in a lot of these sales channels, and J'adore still sells very well as the rest of Dior, and Dior's private line does extremely well today. I don't think it'll ever go away. Excuse me. Any other questions, guys? Flood the chat, man. Any questions, recommendations, my taste, anything you've been looking at in the marketplace that you're curious about? I smell hundreds of fragrances every month. So if you're new to my YT channel, we post 2 to 4 videos every single day, and it's been crazy. YSL Libre is a great scent. Absolutely great scent. Libre still sells like hotcakes as well. Hey, Erica. Good to see you, girl. How you been? I even buy for my ex that scent how much I loved it. Hey, that's an interesting scent. Like, what scents from your guys' past would you give to your significant other because you never want to forget the scent, but you can't wear it? What up, Drina? Good to see you, girl. Next time I go live on TikTok, I will invite people up. Tonight we're doing a Q&A on YT, so I just wanted to involve my TikTok audience with that. So if you have any questions, throw them my way. We're going to be live for like maybe another 20 minutes. SB, what are some of your favorite dry downs that you've been enjoying recently? Oh, tons, man. This Serge Lutens Ombre Sultan, very close to Psychedelique, from Javoy. Serge Lutens, super underrated, $100 or less fragrances. Very French, very niche. Been enjoying the dry down on YSL M7, discontinued YSL fragrance. Absolute fire. I've been enjoying Lorenzo Pizzaglia, Dream Sea, a beautiful kind of green blue scent with some mint. It's like you're laying down on the beach during a sunset hour. The sea line from Lorenzo is amazing. The fragrances last eternally. Great scent to work. I've even been wearing some of the African leather, the new design bottle from Memo Paris. Just a nice executive spicy scent similar to Carlisle from Parfums de Marly. One of the best clones of all time, in my opinion. Amir Paris Corner Celestial. I would buy this as a stocking stuffer for every male in my family. This is an angelic, heavenly, violet leaf, white suede, metallic, but it's less about metal and it's more about like a heavenly cloud, airy feeling. It smells like you're sitting at the gates of heaven, waiting to figure out if you got in. Incredible scent for 20 bucks, just goes forever. What other? I've been wearing a lot of stuff. Encre Indigo, one of the best juniper and tea scents out there for men. Um, I wore the Guerlain Homme this week as well. This is lime, like a lime gin and tonic type of scent with a vetiver dry down. Absolutely bonkers. I think you can get this for 60 to 100 bucks, 100 mil. I love Guerlain's, probably my second. Oh, I also acquired a Grail fragrance I've been looking to try and get for over a year. Apollonia from Surgeoff. Smells like you're walking on the moon and you're smelling like the moon's crust in the atmosphere. And it's a ton of white musk, white florist, orris butter, which is a very clean heart note for this fragrance. I think women would love this more than men, but it's a Grail fragrance for me, so I don't really care. I just been wearing everything, man. You guys know I wear a new fragrance every day. Thank you so much for the digital love on TikTok. Really appreciate it. Okay, Wavy. Yeah, I'll make sure I come over there. Fahrenheit for men. Yep, my dad's been wearing Fahrenheit for probably 25 years. You know, I was thinking about getting my pops Fahrenheit Le Parfum instead of the OG to see what he thinks about it for Christmas this year. We'll see if I can put that together. Just reading the YT right now. Any recent discovery set that ended up being a pleasant surprise? Not yet, unfortunately. We're going through a lot of discovery sets right now. Currently, we're finishing the Mind Games discovery set, the Electimus discovery set, the Juicebox discovery set, and a couple of others. Nothing pleasantly surprising. There have been some good scores, but I've been getting pickier. So, you know, we're going to continue to go through everything, evaluate each individual fragrance so that the community has a database of 2026 modern reviews from a trusted nose. I've heard good things about Juicebox. Yeah, I mean, in the Juicebox set right now, we have not that many because these are jumbos. But I do have Beat Cafe, Sirens and Sailors, Feather Supreme, couple of others. I've been enjoying Juicebox. They've got quality, most importantly, creativity. Sirens and Sailors might be my favorite. It's extremely feminine, but I absolutely love it. Yeah, smells like a bougie chick driving a S-Class Mercedes in Calabasas. I will kiss the boys. I will kiss the boys. And thanks for coming by, and thank you for all the love. Love you. Have you checked out Maison Chansu yet? No, I need to get there. A couple of TikTok creators I need to pick up. I need to pick up the Maison Chansu discovery set, the Karomas discovery set, and the Harmony discovery set. So I'll be getting those next. Love you too. Thanks for always supporting and coming by. Need African leather in my collection. It's on my list. I think every man who's 25 plus who does anything in the workplace where you might have a meeting or you need to close a deal or you need to just get immediate respect, or for my single bachelors out there, if you go to nightclubs or places where you're very visible to a lot of people, I think African leather is one of the most signature fragrances out there. Some people are off-put by the cumin note, but I think the cumin note with the spices and the kind of apple reduction profile is just very masculine. It's not more masculine than like ombre leather. It's actually more modern than something like that. African leather is somewhere between Carlisle and ombre leather, but it's one of the best leather scents of all time, no question. What are the must-haves for the ladies? That's a hard question. Let me marinate on it because my collection is only about 20% women's, mostly unisex and masculine scents. So let me marinate on that, Meredith. Marinate Meredith. That liquor in Lost Cherry is done so well, it doesn't smell like bubblegum or too boozy. I'm not a big fan of Lost Cherry or Cherry Smoke from Tom Ford, but I can see why people love it. I'm still on the fence with cherry fragrances. I'm gonna say a lot of pause-worthy stuff, Kaz, especially with your diary open. I mean, you'll be able to pause me every other sentence. Wait till you see the video with me. I visited D Hicks. He came through Arizona last night. So wait till you see the video me and D Hicks had. There's probably the most pause-worthy content of all time on that video. Best blue fragrances out there. I can't tell you the best. I can only tell you what I wear. Lorenzo Pizzaglia, Black Sea. It's like a dark blue de Chanel, like blue de Chanel at midnight overlooking an dark blue ocean. Uh, Not really a blue, but I consider it a blue. Oceania from Roja. Can't go wrong with that. It's like white Moscato champagne on a boat. One of the best blues of all time. Mephisto Gentiluomo from Serjoff, as well as OG Mephisto. Um, what other blues? Obviously, we've got the Blue Talisman. Amazing. Very slept on, in my opinion. I feel like people think they graduate from it, but they don't. Mont Blanc Presence, 20 bucks Burlington all day long. If you want to feel like you're getting out of a white and gray Jaguar, 20 bucks will get you there. Prada Luna Rosa Ocean, can't really be stopped in the designer world. Salvatore Ferragamo, Aqua Essenzia Blue, an absolute staple. I put a different cap on it so it doesn't look like that, but Aqua Essenzia, you can get that for 30, 40 bucks today. Can't be beat. Nautica Voyage, if you want to be super cheap, I think it's still slept on. If you don't like the cucumber note, switch to Nautica Voyage Intense. That removes the cucumber note but maintains the profile. Any other blues that I need to make you aware of? You can always go vintage. So Alfred Sung Hui, very good blue fragrance. It's a soapy, it's like a soap bar with a light touch of blue. Lopar Kenzo, can't go wrong with that. That is a vegetal ocean blue. Anything else blue that you need to know about? Not really. Any of my other blues go more metallic. I'm sure I have more blues, but my collection's too big. What's your signature scent? I don't have a signature scent at this current moment, but I will say the most complimented fragrance of 2025 was Tres Oros from day 3. As you can see, the juice doesn't lie. Wore the heck out of that in 2025. Got a compliment 98% of the time. There was only 2 occasions I didn't get a compliment, and I'm convinced I did get one. I just think I didn't hear it. Tres Oros, if there was any, would definitely be a signature scent right now. It just is compliment bomb. Have you tried Seraphim Blue? Seraphim Blue is an amazing kind of eucalyptus spa-like blue fragrance, a little bit powdery, a little bit minty, a little bit spa-like. It is a challenging fragrance in that if you don't like that spa smell as a man, might feel feminine, might feel too unique. But I would say everybody should get their nose on Seraphim Blue because in the blue landscape of fragrances, it represents something unique and creative. And if you're looking for blues that don't smell like everybody else, Seraphim Blue is definitely a great choice. Good question. What are the must-haves for the ladies? Oh yeah, I'm still thinking about it. I have a lot of great fragrances for ladies in the cut, but I think I don't know about best, but when I think about fragrances I've loved on a woman recently, I've loved Day 3 Fragrances Bonnie on a woman. I've loved Maison Francis Kurkdjian Grand Soir for all my ladies who don't like a heavy vanilla. Knock it down to gentle fluidity gold. That's an amazing fragrance on a woman. Absolute aphrodisiac, must therapy, beautiful fragrances on women. YSL Libre for sure. Um, Chanel 5, Coco Mademoiselle, Gardenia from the private line, Les Lions, Coromandel, all 3 of those from the private line. What other fragrances do I like on a woman? Michael Kors, Seductive Amber, beautiful fragrance on a woman. And then in the modern marketplace, hard for me to name a lot of clones for women. Let me think designer and niche. Um, I love Herba Pura on a woman. It's a great scent on a woman. I love Apollonia on a woman. um, Delmar on a woman, Nishane's 100 Silent Ways or Fan Your Flames on a woman is a beautiful scent. The Cedar Chic from, is it Carolina Herrera? I forget. There's so many good fragrances on a woman. There's so many good fragrances for women. Do you wear fruity scents? Pause. And yeah, I mean, I don't wear a lot. My fruit fragrances need to be super tame, but I have some fruity fragrances. The Club de Nuit Milestone is going to have your warm, ambery vetiver watermelon note. The Vibrant Vetiver Delight is a Ball de Freak alternative with citrus. It's expensive Sprite. Fruit basket type of floral blue green fragrance Dream Sea from Lorenzo. This is a matcha lettucey spa green tea kind of offering. Fennel, that's a very feminine scent. They do utilize fruits though to get there. Oceania is a ton of fruits and florals in a white Moscato champagne format. Fruits. Where are you? I don't have a lot of fruity scents. Obviously the Ultramall alternative here in the best rendition of Ultramall. Black Orc. Oh, that could have got ugly fast. Best Black Orchid alternative. That to me is fruity. It's a chocolate patchouli with orchid, but there's some other stuff in the heart that just feels very fruity. I'll rock Paradise Garden from time to time. Fruity. The whole kind of sangria summer hammer type of smell I don't really wear. I do wear Bonnie, so I like mango scents. Herba Gold is a fruity scent that I'll rock with. I feel like it's the masculine version of Herba Pura. I don't have a ton of super fruity scents in my collection. Normally the fruits are really dialed in, but I'm sure if I thought about it and looked through my collection, I do have some fruity scents. I tend to lean on citrus rather than deep fruits, but they do make their way in with exceptions like Herba Gold and stuff like that. Oh, here's another fruit. Fico di Amalfi from Acqua di Parma. Beautiful green, juicy fig. Absolutely love it. But in terms of like fruit basket fragrances, that's not really my tea. It looks odd on me. What else? Okay, who else? Memo Paris, Per Noir, Mind Games, Tester Set sitting in front of me. What do I try tonight? All of it, Silence, all of it. Didn't finish what you were saying about that Guerlain, second favorite. What was the question about the Guerlain? My second favorite from the House of Guerlain? Guerlain's kind of got to catch them all for me. For me, Fahrenheit is all about Harley Davidson and muscle cars. For me, Fahrenheit is about business suits and big deals. Armani Intense, beautiful fragrance. Beautiful fragrance. Any experience with Per Noir? I've smelled it once. I'm not a fan. I just got to say it like that. I don't want to explain why, but it's just not my tea. I see the Prada L'Homme Intense on the shelf under the radar for how popular Pradas usually are. Honestly, Prada, I don't think can miss. Prada Black is good. Prada Le Parfum is good. Luna Rossa Ocean is good. Luna Rossa Le Parfum is good. Prada Amber is good. Prada Carbon is good. Prada Carbon EDP is good. Prada L'Homme Intense. I don't think there's a bad Prada fragrance, even on the women's side with Candy and all the other ones like that. I just think Prada is one of the most consistent designer fragrance brands out there. Yeah, I can see that. Sometimes a signature scent is too signature for the price point. If it's just going to sit on your shelf and be at 99 ml, what are you going to do? You have Chansu samples somewhere, brother. Oh, you sent me Chansu. Yeah, I didn't know if it was the same guy. Yeah, I do have them. I didn't know if that was the same guy, Shan, but it's good to know I have those samples. I guess I only need 2 more sample sets. On TikTok, we probably got about 10 more minutes, guys, so if you have any questions, let me know. You know, I didn't like that fragrance, Kaz. It was really interesting to me. I enjoyed reviewing it. I think I have a review out for it currently. I don't want to say it was too challenging because I invite a good challenging scent, but it must not have been good on my skin. I didn't really enjoy it enough to want it. That fragrance just felt a little confused to me. Boss Bottle Beyond is a ginger, leathery, easy to wear frag. That's a great designer release this year. Yeah, Boss Bottle Beyond was good. I did do a hot takes on that in my car like 6 to 8 months ago. Try Ombre Rubies by Ubagant. Very nice cherry boozy scent. I have tried it, Beard. It's a great scent. I only have Fougere Royale from Ubagant, but I have smelled most of the line. Most slept on brand? Meredith, which level? Designer, niche, artisanal? Pick a category and I'll tell you. I'm thinking of buying a winter fragrance and I have decided to buy Stronger with You. What should I do? Intensely or absolutely? I think intensely, but you can't lose with Stronger with You. They're all good. I would even rock the EDT. I'm going intensely all day long, but absolutely is good too. Just wanted to thank you for that. Cool. Um, I'm thinking of you can't spam in here, dude. It's gonna remove you. Um, they're both mid to me, JCH. They're both mid to me. I have them, but they're both mid to me. Bois Imperial is amazing. I have Bois Imperial and I have the clones. Bois Imperial is one of the best, most versatile fragrances ever made. I think it's masculine because it's the dominantly woody fragrance, but apparently a lot of women like Bois Imperial too. And even if they don't, they like it on a man. So I absolutely am phenomenal, or not phenomenal. I'm absolutely in love with that scent profile. Bois Imperial essentially is a luxury middleweight woody scent. Um, I call it luxury woods, but the vibe check on it is kind of like you're going into an expensive hotel. You might smell the furniture, fresh air, maybe a hint of the spa in the background, but it's mostly like a fresh cut cedar or some kind of expensive caliber wood all around the building. But then this overarching vibe check of kind of like a white towel, luxury, expensive in a hotel lobby with a spa in the background type of feel, but it's mostly a woody dominant scent. It's masculine, but it's got this kind of white towel luxury sparkle to it that takes it to where, as a woody fragrance, you don't go outside with it. Like, it doesn't take you to a forest, it doesn't take you to a burnt fireplace or anything like that. It is just white towel luxury sparkle, uh, soft woody fragrance. Some people might even call it like a pencil shavings with luxury sparkle kind of feel, but it's just a masterclass versatile Four Seasons woody luxury fragrance, and women absolutely love it on a man. It's the most inoffensive yet luxury fragrance. A lot of times when you wear an inoffensive fragrance, it is not special. The less offensive the fragrance can be, sometimes it can just feel bland. Bois Imperial is luxury in a bottle, and it's simple minimalism done to perfection. Most slept on niche brand and artisanal brand. Most slept on niche brand to me, I mean, there's several. Serge Lutens, Javoy, um, what brands do I want to put you guys onto right now? I think Surge Off is slept on because everybody who talks about Surge Off is going to talk about the Torino line, the Pura line, the Naxos, just some of the common stuff, some of the Casa Mirati line. But they have like 150 fragrances. So I feel like they're slept on in that the same 10 to 15 fragrances get mentioned all day long. And some of their best fragrances are the ones nobody talks about. Um, what else do I think is slept on? I think Ex Nihilo is slept on because people keep talking about like the same 5 fragrances from that brand and they have over 50. So I think most of their line is slept on. Um, Yeah, those are the main ones. Um, artisanal is pretty new for me. Like I have a lot of artisanal fragrances, but I think like there's none that just jump out to me. Like Zernel Gilly, very good work, like very slept on. I think Zernel Gilly's fragrances have a punch. Not all of them are amazing, but the quality that he's working with, if he just keeps coming with that, he'll be in a great space. Have you tried Matiere Premier? Uh, which one? Which one, Tony? Want to get Blue Tally after I cop Imagination. It's phenomenal. Yeah, Blue Talisman is a must-have, I think. I think people feel like they graduate Blue Talisman. Um, I think artisanal for me, that's the only definition that I'm open to the public's definitions that they throw out. But for me, artisanal, as you go into niche, it's brands that specialize in only fragrances. They don't sell any other kind of product line, and they're also limited quantity. But I think when you go into artisanal, you're doing that times 10. So it's even more limited, more exclusive, more of a push into natural and rare materials, even harder, and even more limited quantity. So to me, it's indie niche times 50. Yeah, Matiere Premier makes phenomenal fragrances. Absolutely. Let me see what other. We're gonna stay live for like another 10 minutes, so make sure you squeeze your questions in. What up, Beauty of Scent? How do you feel about Mancera, French Riviera, and Amberful? Amberful is top two most versatile, best fragrances in the Mancera lineup. If there was a woman or a man coming to me and asking, what fragrance from Mancera should I get? Every woman and every man should own Amberful, no question. A lot of stuff is up for debate in terms of the unisex category. A lot of fragrances I love from Mancera: Jardin Exclusive, Pearl, Vetiver Sensuel, Amberful. The Lemon Oud is nice. Aqua Woods or Aqua Wind, I forget. Um, Tons of amazing fragrances from that house. But the first fragrance I think everybody should own from Mancera is Amberful, no question. What up, Trey? French Riviera is good, but I think at that price point, skip the line and go Del Mar or Bonnie from day 3. Same price point, way higher luxury feel with the same energy. Never liked sugary, fruity scents on a woman. I don't mind sugary and fruity on a woman. I think when it comes to sugar, sweet scents, the woman makes the fragrance. I would like a woman less sweet than a lot of them are, but I've smelled some boisterously sweet smelling women that make it work. Um, I love tropical fruit scents, but Summer Hammer is gross to me. Lorenzo Pizzaglia has a lot of fixatives and captives in their fragrances that some people notice more than others. So either right out the sprayer, you go, woo, that thing has like a growl to it, even with Nishane fragrances. But if you let them sit down, see, my problem with Lorenzo is a lot of stuff dries down to the same thing, either the vanilla or the ambergris or the ambro fix or the, what's that aqua fixative that they use? Calalone or something. It's the ocean note from their sea line. So sometimes that synthetic is more noticeable by certain people more than others. And the Lorenzo fragrances, and again, mind you, they use and inject such a heavy profile of that into the fragrance for the longevity. But what a lot of people forget is that with Lorenzo, he had smell issues or something and was previously a chef. So the way he approaches perfumery is that everything has to, by all means, scream through the glass. So to get that, you have to have chemical compounds that slow release the molecules. But the trade-off with that is a more synthetic, a more linear punch with a fragrance. So he has a lot of beautiful openings, but they all kind of dry down to the same thing. all the fruit fragrances kind of dry down to this kind of vanilla grape or vanilla, fruit essence. All the sea fragrances dry down to a kind of ambergris sea note chemical smell. But because of that, also, there are 1, 2, or 3 fragrances from each line of Lorenzo that kind of smell so good you wouldn't throw them away. For me, that's Arctic Sea, Black Sea, and Dream Sea. And then on the fruit side, I think Summer Hammer is good. Sangria is okay. I really like Vampire Rum. Um, what else? Speechless is great. I gotta think, but he's worthy. I feel like with Lorenzo, he just drops so fast in a lot of the same type of stuff. He's like, hey, if we're gonna do a cherry, let's do a dark cherry, a bright cherry, a hybrid cherry, a cherry remix, a cherry soda. That's his problem. But the benefit to that is that he'll trial and error a lot of that and then come back through with a flanker that's absolutely phenomenal. So I'm okay with that, but people need to understand that going into Lorenzo, because if you find a Lorenzo that's really good and you just start blind buying more Lorenzos based off the crowd rating, you'll buy a lot of trash that you like at first that you won't wind up continuing to wear because one fragrance will consolidate like 2 or 3 that you have. Fico di Amalfi is amazing. Yes, it is. L'Oreal treating Prada with respect. Blah, blah, blah. That Paradigm release is the biggest letdown from the brand. Hey, listen, even though Prada Paradigm is generic, it gets the job done. Women like it. I've surveyed Prada Paradigm with a lot of women. They like it. Maybe not a frag head woman, but the general public with women love Prada Paradigm on a man, so I'm not hating. Love Serge Lutens. Parole de Eau is clean. Love it. Post shower. Serge Lutens is amazing. Fragrances under $100 that smells super French, super unique, and very well blended. You ever tried Cuban perfume de Violetas? It's niche. It's nice. No, but please post that in the comment section and I'll go back and see if they have a discovery set. Any recommendations for salty fragrances like the opening of Invictus? Salty fragrances. I easily think about Milestone from Club de Nuit. Really nice salty C note, wine reduction, watermelon, vetiver type of scent. The C note in 40 knots is fire. C notes, you got to be careful. Even Wet Stone from Amarud is fire. Yeah, Prada Paradigm Le Parfum is amazing. I agree. I wouldn't say amazing, but it's really nice. I haven't tried that fragrance, Vinny. Haven't tried that fragrance. We're going to stay live for about 5 minutes. Again, I appreciate everybody on YT for all the questions because I'm just getting the TikTok started. People on TikTok, thank you so much for the digital gifts and even just stopping by. In my opinion, Zernel Gilly is easy niche to get into. I feel like Zernel Gilly is classified artisanal, Kaz, because his batch is super limited. His batch is super duper limited. Mega Mare is very questionable. Like super niche collectors love Mega Mare. But in my experience with it, I don't think it's a very mass appeal sea salt smell. I respect the heck out of the fragrance. And the clones, I think, have just did a really poor job of it. Like Lattafa Atlas to me was terrible. It might have macerated for a lot of people, but I didn't even give it the time to macerate. The synthetic that they used to get in that space of ambergris and sea salt was just not it for me. I would much rather go into 40 knots than Mega Mare any day of the week. What would you say is your favorite house? Lalique. What is your opinion on Serge Lutens Cure? Oh, I like that fragrance. I like that fragrance. I'd give it like an 8 out of 10. Is Black Sea a good sea salty marine mass appealing scent? 8 out of 10 to that question. I think Arctic Sea. No, it is Black Sea. To answer your question in a different way, dude, Black Sea smells like Bleu de Chanel midnight version. Like if Bleu de Chanel is kind of like getting towards the afternoon, the sun hasn't set yet, but the sky has changed and you're overlooking the ocean in Maui. Black Sea is the sun has gone completely down and the moon crest is lighting up the ocean. It's in the dead of night. The ocean looks dark blue. That's what this scent is. But it does add some kind of fruits and florals, but they're blanketed by this dark blue, sad night sky vibe to it. So I wouldn't really think of this scent in the sea saltiness, but it definitely has an oceanic pull to it. If you're going sea salt, man, in my opinion, I like going the 40 knots route. Or the Amarud wet stone route. Amouage Epic, man, is very nice. Love it. It's definitely more classical. So if you're not like 35 plus, I wouldn't get into Epic Man. I would go like Beach Hut Man. You know, Epic Man and Brocken Man and those type of ones represent kind of more the fundamental old school fougere with the Amouage modern brush, but they're still classical type of scents. I think once you get into like Beach Hut and Viking and all that stuff, those are more modern renditions of fougères. Have you happened to try Lattafa Teriyaki? I have never bought the cheapie, but I really like Quentin Biche's work with Myth. Myth was a great fragrance. I think it's a line, but the Myth fragrance, I'm pretty sure I know you're talking about, is really good. Quentin Biche did a great job on Teriyaki, but it's a cinnamon bomb. I just dropped a video about that recently. Teriyaki Intense, though blended well, it's a very nice amber, cinnamon, vetiver type of scent. It's a cinnamon blast, so you have to love cinnamon. I think everybody, when they buy Teriyaki Intense, opens it, sprays it, and goes, oh, that's good. And then they don't wear it enough. It's almost like Paragon. Paragon has more utility, though. I don't mean it's like Paragon in the profile. It's like Paragon in that Paragon smells amazing, but the occasions for it are limited, in my opinion, unless you have a lot of special occasion stuff, which most people don't. Could you describe Serge Luton? Is it resinous? How's the longevity? Serge Luton is the brand. The fragrance is Ombre Sultan. So if you're familiar with Javois Psychedelique, this is a chocolate patchouli, very resinous backdrop, amber and resin. It's not too smoky, but it's got that dark earthy patchouli flair to it. It's amber, it's super thick, sticky resins, and a little bit of vanilla, but mostly about this patchouli resin amber type of thing. It's very executive. It's more as executive than seductive sweet, but there's a good amount of sweetness. It's probably like 35% sweet. So it's sweet enough to feel intimate, but it's mostly an executive resinous amber scent with that patchouli chocolatey growl behind it. If you want something softer, go Serge Luton's Churgi. Churgi is one of the best fragrances ever made. I prefer it over Ombre Sultan, but Ombre Sultan takes me more in the business executive seductive realm, and Churgi takes me more in the intimate date night best signature amber of all time. There's more than that. There's tobacco and all that stuff, but I think of Churgi as a signature rich damp amber tobacco scent. We really live after dark, or are we really live after dark? We're only live after dark, AZ. By the way, AZ, are you going to be at the boutique this weekend? Let me know. Yeah, watch my Teriyaki Intense video. And I appreciate the subscriptions. If you guys want anything, you want any information on fragrances, I upload 2 to 4 videos every single day, reviews on fragrances of all caliber every single day. We're doing a lot more podcasts and interviewing people in the community, perfumers, boutiques, community members, friends and family, all that kind of stuff. We're going to go crazy this year. I've been uploading consistently for over 1,000 days, have over 2,000 videos on YT. Just expanded to TikTok recently, about 3-4 weeks ago. So we're gonna put some new collaborative energy over on the TikTok space. Then we're gonna start cross collaborating between everybody to provide new content for the community. So if you want reviews on any fragrance, just search it on my channel. If you want entertainment, edutainment, anything like that, this is the place you want to be, because there's not a single day that goes by I don't talk about fragrances. Do you recommend that smells? What do you recommend that smells luxury, subtle, like gentle fluidity gold, but better performance and projection? If you're saying gentle fluidity gold is a luxury vanilla, so if you want a vanilla that performs better, I would go Absolute Aphrodisiac from Initio. Or if you want a brighter, long-lasting vanilla, maybe Memoirs of a Trespasser, Imaginary Authors, um, or Grand Soir. But Grand Soir is so special occasion-y, you might not find a lot of multi-purposeness for it. Absolute Aphrodisiac, on the other hand, and Memoirs of a Trespasser is really nice. Also, Day 3 Fragrances Aylin might be one of the most easily wearable signature vanillas out there. I was just at the boutique for like 2 hours on Sunday. Yeah, but this I should poke at. Um, I don't really know you and your personality, so it's hard to make a recommendation just based off of a Kyoto reference. So maybe stick around, let me learn a little bit about you, or join my private Discord and get a conversation going, and I can make more direct recommendations. I don't really broadcast like random generic recommendations. What watch am I wearing? You know, just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I probably can after 3 p.m. Sorry. Okay. We're back on, but my phones are dying, so we're gonna leave in like another minute or two. Ask any last minute questions before we sign off. Um, no, not 3 p.m. Sunday. Okay, so you don't. It's Saturday. That'll be tough. Depending on where it is in Mesa, I'll have to let you know because I have a boutique. I gotta go to the boutique at 6, so I gotta leave for it at 5. I mean, that still leaves the time window open, but I'm normally never away from my family for like half a day. But DM me on Discord and give me the location, and then I'll let you know if I can make it for sure. W streams for sure. And thank you guys so much for all of your questions. Again, if you're new here, I do all things fragrances from all levels. I can recommend alternatives to anything at any price point. We review fragrances from every house. I have over 2,000 reviews online. We're about to do 2 million views. We're going to keep it going. I'm a community first kind of guy. Nobody pays me to work. Well, I get paid to work, but brand, I don't, I'm not a brand plant. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new, definitely subscribe, hang out for a week. Let me earn, you staying as a loyal subscriber. It's free to do. So try it out, rent the movie, see if you like it. And if you love it, don't return it. Love you guys. This is SB. Hope you have a blessed rest of your week. It feels good to get back on these lives. We'll continue to post. I'm going to try to go live at least once a week for sure, but I'm going to try to do a weekday and a weekend. But life is absolutely amazing and crazy right now. I'm meeting so many people in the world of perfumery, getting invited to events. It's overwhelming, but that's good news for you guys because that's good information and content as always. So love you guys. Stay blessed. And until next time, peace. All right, just turned off TikTok. YT fam, you guys are the reason why I do this. I appreciate you every time you come in here. It's because of you that I can go live and create relevant content. So I'm going to always serve you guys, even if you're not in the Discord server. Continue giving me feedback in the comment section, and I'll continue tailoring this channel just for you guys. Love you guys. Hope you have a great rest of your night. Stay blessed. Peace.